Welcome back to the bench. Today we have a lag that is not all too happy. It's been brought in for a bit of a setup and the likes, but what we've also got is something wrong with the pickup system. So if we take a listen to the noise, you hear that? As soon as I touch that there, the noise floor drops considerably. A lot of these piezo systems do have issues when it comes to grounding and making sure that they're in a half-decent sort of state. So there seems to be something going on there that is inducing a lot more noise. And of course it goes away when we reference ourselves to ground by touching the jack. Unlike a standard electric guitar, generally you're not going to have connection to the strings, thereby connecting to you. Very little. So the pickup's working, it just doesn't sound too good. Oof, that sounds even worse. So there's definitely something going on there. Question is what? So we need to get inside here, take a look at the pickup, take a look at the connections, and see whether maybe it might be a quick, simple fix. Let's start pulling it apart. So now we have gotten everything out that we need to. Remove the pickup, remove the end pin jack, and we're going to see whether maybe there's something going on with the pickup itself that might cause that noise. Because now that we've gotten it out, things are substantially quieter. It's a lot louder on the top because the pickup is just floating around by itself. See how little it takes to actually make them make the noise. Let's pull that down a bit and that down. Yep, seems a lot cleaner now. Yeah. Hear that? There we go. So, it appears as though we've got a fractured element. It doesn't take much. Over time it does happen with how they've bent this one here, so when we hold that there, there we go, there's that. And that noise is coming through. So yeah, bad connection down here, which means next thing to do is replace that element. So that's the pickup element there. And this is usually what fails. So now, can you hear that? We'll always hear that sort of sound when we're running against it because it's literally picking up vibrations. But we go just a little bit. There we go. What that is that's a break inside the piezo element itself, or the connections going into there. Trying to repair something like this, it's not even worth it. All we need to do is just get in a new pickup. So we'll see whether we can get one from the distributor of Lag here in Australia. If we can't get it, well, next thing is we'll just substitute a suitable piezo element. As long as it's fit for purpose, it fits inside this slot with a similar height profile. Look, probably something like a Fishman element will do the jobby quite nicely. Put it in, replace it, solder it up. Should be good to go. In the meantime, let's get this thing cleaned up and see if we can't make it a little bit more playable. Fast forward a couple of days and we've got replacement parts in stock. Woot! So out with the old, and we're going to install us a nice new shiny piezo pickup. Installation on these isn't too bad, thankfully. Pretty easy, all things considered. Hardest part is just kind of finagling it in through the underside so that we can get it in through. So trying to locate this is a bit of a headache. I'm going to use a bit of a trick. Take an Allen key, it's small enough to fit through the hole, drop it in. That's why I couldn't find it. It's in on an angle. So that's a pretty steep angle there, which would explain why I couldn't get it in first go. So now if I grab my piezo element and find the end of the Allen key, can bring it up thusly. That should lead me to the right spot. Come on. There we go. Nice. If you are going to install a strip type pickup like this, that is the best way of doing it because it's going to minimize any break angles there. The less the break angle, the less likely things are to happen with it fracturing or damaging internally, but as we saw with this anyway, it still happened regardless. Cool, now that we've got that in there, what we need to do is find the little connector clips around and get them all connected. So that should provide us a nice amount in there. Now we do have to put these back in place as well, so we'll find that same connection up there, just like so. Where are you? I see you. Aha. Cool. And up like that. Nice. And the second part as well. Nice little loop. Cool. Awesome. So now rattle that around. Nothing. Securing cables like that is going to make sure you've got a good playing experience rather than having a bunch of sort of random noises and buzzes and all that kind of stuff. All right, pickup's in, bridge is settled. Let's plug it in and let's see whether it works. Good, 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 good. So that is dead silent now. No more of that buzz, none of that, because we've actually got the connection to ground. Now that that's referenced, nice and silent, ready to be plugged in and played. And even if we crank it all the way up, nice, not getting any microphonics or anything weird like that. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some strings on this. Let's get it all polished up. Let's make it play nice. All right, pickup installed, guitar set up, nicely playable, ready to rock and roll. Let's see if this pickup is doing as it's meant to. Cool. Well, that's doing what it says on the tin, which is good. Nice. EQ switch doing its thing. Tone control doing its thing. Nice. Yep. Standard microphonics you can expect when tapping around at the top, so if you're doing that kind of tap top playing and all that, whatever it's called, percussive playing, there we go, we'll go with that. Cool. So after all that work, we've now got one happy guitar set up, playing, ready to get back to gigging. So next time, if you've got yourself a guitar that decides it's going to start humming, making weird noises and all that kind of stuff with a low output, it might actually just be your piezo element. Sometimes it's really easy to replace, like on this one here. Other times it requires soldering or desoldering up there. If you can't figure it out yourself and you happen to be in Sydney and you want to pay us a visit, come on down to the store, have a chat, send us a message, visit us on Facebook. Of course, like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff here on YouTube and any other platform that we share this video to. And until next time, we'll see ya.